Here are 7 powerful quotes attributed to Charles Darwin, presented without headings or numbering, as per your request. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. It is those who know little, and not those who know much, who so positively assert that this or that problem will never be solved by science. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. Thus, from the war of nature, from famine and death, the most exalted object which we are capable of conceiving, endless forms most beautiful and most wonderful have been, and are being, evolved. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. I love fools' experiments. I am always making them. A scientific man ought to have no wishes, no affections, a mere heart of stone. If you'd like more quotes or to explore themes like evolution, nature, or human nature deeper, just let me know. Here are 7 more inspiring quotes from Charles Darwin, presented without numbering or headings, following your previous request. If I had my life to live over again, I would have made a rule to read some poetry and listen to some music at least once every week. If the misery of the poor be caused not by the laws of nature, but by our institutions, great is our sin. We stopped looking for monsters under our bed when we realized that they were inside us. I have steadily endeavored to keep my mind free so as to give up any hypothesis, however much beloved, as soon as facts are shown to be opposed to it. A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving of some and disapproving of others. A man's friendships are one of the best measures of his worth. Great is the power of steady misrepresentation, but the history of science shows that fortunately, this power does not long endure. Would you like even more quotes, or something organized by theme like science, nature, or humanity? Just say the word. Here are 7 more compelling quotes from Charles Darwin, delivered without headings or numbering. The mystery of the beginning of all things is insoluble by us, and I for one must be content to remain an agnostic. We can allow satellites, planets, suns, universe, nay whole systems of universes, to be governed by laws, but the smallest insect, we wish to be created at once by special act. False facts are highly injurious to the progress of science, for they often endure long, but false views, if supported by some evidence, do little harm, for every one takes a salutary pleasure in proving their falseness. At some future period, not very distant as measured by centuries, the civilized races of man will almost certainly exterminate, and replace the savage races throughout the world. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. A scientific man ought to have no wishes, no affections, a mere heart of stone. I am not apt to follow blindly the lead of other men. If you'd like even more, perhaps organized by theme like science, humanity, or nature, just let me know.